Hello everybody, it's Nahar Geva here, the CEO and founder of ZIK Analytics. I started my eBay selling journey back in 2016, scaled my eBay business to 9 successful eBay stores, generating over $150,000 a month in sales. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how I identify low competition eBay items, a step-by-step guide. We're going to go through all important criteria where you can actually decide whether the product you want to sell is a low competition product or a high competition product. And why it's so important? Because eventually, in order to increase our chances to be successful, we need to understand and we need to focus on listings low competition items, because the lowest is the competition, the higher are the chances that we will actually generate sales. So let's get started and jump directly to the presentation. So what are we competing for? In order to actually win the competition, we must understand what are we competing for. Now, I'm going to go through the steps. I'm going to go through the points I put here on the presentation and try to explain you to details what are we actually competing for. So we'll not just, do the work like parrots, copy pasting. You will understand every step on the way. This is always the way I believe people should do business, people should work, and this is why I teach you this way. So let's start with the first one. The first things we are competing for is page ranking. And why are we competing on page ranking? Because eBay is a search engine, okay? You're listing a product to eBay. This product is going to compete with different listings, different similar products, and eBay will decide if your product is going to be on the top of the search result or not. And why it's so important to be on the top of the search result? Because if you will be on the top of the search result, you will also get traffic. So we are competing on page ranking in order to get traffic. So we are eventually competing on the traffic every product has, the people, the potential buyers that actually searching for this product. After we, let's say, manage to get a product to the top of the search result, we drive traffic into our listings. We competing on sales, on conversion. Let's say, for instance, we want to sell these reading glasses, okay? And we decided to sell it for a specific amount, it made from specific material, etc. Now, buyers will come to our listings and you will need to decide. I'm going to click the buy now button and buy this product, or I'm going to check other listings. So the questions you have to ask yourself, okay, always before you list a product is, number one, what is the number of competitors selling similar item? And why you have to ask this question? Because eventually, the lowest is the competition, the less competitors selling similar item, the more chances you will have to appear on the first page, to appear on the top of the search result. So let's say if there are 100 or let's say 500 people selling similar product, there are 5 pages, and you competing with 5 different listings in order to be on the first page on the top. But if there are only 5 people selling this product, so even if your listings is not so good, you will still appear on the top of the search result because there are only 5 people selling this product. And on the first page, there are places for 100 or even 200 items, 200 listings. The second questions you have to ask yourself is how can I have better listings than my competitors? Eventually, the buyer and eBay have to choose between our listings to other listings. So the best way to just understand it, the best way to compete with this is just look on our competitor listings, see what price they use, listing, titles, etc. and be better than your competitors in every criteria. What I'm going to do now is move to the next slide. We're going to dive into details on how to actually win the first page of eBay. In this session today, I'll also share my screen and we're going to show you how to actually look into the listing themselves, compare between the listings, find listings with low competition. I want to make sure you guys understand everything. Before I move to the next slide, guys, if you find this session valuable, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel. This means a lot to us. It helps us to get to more people like you who need help. We are releasing content on weekly basis. I myself do weekly live sessions where I'm answering questions of everyone who need help. So I truly appreciate if you smash the like and subscribe. Let's move on to the next slide. How to win the page ranking game on eBay. So this is questions a lot of people asking themselves. There are people with different methods, but eventually eBay algorithm is one, and there are certain criteria who make eBay algorithm to decide whether our listing is going to be on the top or our competitor listing is going to be on the top. So let's look into the presentation and move one by one. So the first criteria for winning the top of the search result, the ranking game on eBay, is SEO, search engine optimization, which followed, of course, with title optimization. These are the major part of the listings. Of course, item specific is very important as well. Description is very important as well, but title is the key. Title is the door for all traffic coming into our listings. And if we will use the right title, the right keywords, we have much higher chances to get traffic. Second thing is our shipping and return policy. eBay is a marketplace for buyers. The competition today between eBay, Amazon, Walmart, and all these online marketplaces is about the buyer experience. This is why shipping, faster shipping than your competitors, better return policies than your competitors will have big impact on the ranking. eBay will go through the listings, will see, oh, this seller provide better service, I'll give this seller more exposure. And the last thing is price and photo, which lead me to the buyer engagement. Of course, what eBay also want to do is to optimize the marketplace to get as many more sales, as many more engagements. So if your listings get better engagement rate from you, from the traffic, then most likely eBay will push you to the top. And engagement rate is affected by price, of course, because eventually people want to buy for the best price. And of course, also our photos. If we have nice, clear, appealing photos or photos full of unnecessary graphics or too many little details, okay? eBay have to decide for the best match listings to appear on the top of the search result. There is something called best match result in eBay, where eBay basically will go through all the listings under this search term and decide for this specific buyer, this is the best match result. And it's affected from different things, but the majority, as I say, are the SEO, title optimization and listing optimization, item specific and description, the policies we use, and our price and photo, which basically affect the engagement. Based on this, the buyer, the eBay decide to put us to the top. And it's very important to say that price play a very big role today, eventually, because again, as I said, eBay is a buyer market, is a buyer platform. They want the best buying experience. They want to offer best prices in the market compared to their competitors such as Amazon, Walmart, etc. Now, the more listings competing on the same search result, the less chance we have to appear on the top. And I said it before, I said it again. So if the product have only 5 competitors, you most likely going to appear on the top. This is why I sell for beginners, always to focus on 5 competitors or less, because whatever you do, your product will be on the top. Okay? It is also important to say that the seller performance in general affect our search ranking. So if we have high feedback rate, if we have no cases open without seller resolution, no defects, if we are very responsive, answering very quick, doing good customer service, it's also have effect on our overall ranking. But I didn't want to put it as a major pillar because there are beginners that come here, they haven't yet received even one feedback, and this may scare them. So guys, if you're beginners, don't worry. You can generate sales with zero feedbacks. It's no problem if you focus on these criteria, all right? And as I say, after we finish with the presentation, we're going to also move to see live example by the end of this video, where we actually go through ZIK Analytics, different products, niches, and comparing without between listings. We will go step by step through the workflow that I suggest you guys to validate competition of product. All right, so let's move to the next slide and talk about how do I generate more sales? How do you guys generate more sales? You already drive the traffic to your listings. How you generate more sales? Let's go through it. So of course, one of the most important things is price. Eventually, buyers will compare to other listings. They will see this reading glasses selling for $10 by one listings and by another listings for $20 and then another guy for $12. They will not always go for the cheapest one, but if your price is way too high, they're probably not going to buy from you if you compete on these certain keywords. If you manage to drive traffic through different search terms, let's say there are different search terms for reading glasses, right? There are reading glasses, glasses for reading, etc., etc. You may be able to sell it for much more expensive prices, but it's not sustainable. Okay, so you always have to make sure you're matching value and price, and you're competitive to the market. And I don't say you have to be the cheapest. Doesn't mean you have to be the cheapest, but you have to be somewhere around the market price. And if you are not the cheapest, you have to compensate with the different things, like have a better photo, have better description, be clear, work on branding as well, build trust. We don't have much options, work on branding with eBay, but if we have a good shipping and return policy, if we have good feedback rate, if we make clear pictures, maybe we can add a logo, but not to overload the pictures with text. If we have a store design on eBay where buyers can, go through our store, see, okay, these guys are serious. If we do fast customer service, if we put our address and information, business information on our listings, all these little things can increase your conversions in slightly. I don't say if you do it, you're going to have now like much more conversions, but these are little pieces of the puzzle that we put together, and together we manage to get better conversion rate. We manage to be better than our competitor. Okay. And of course, other things that really helpful to generate more sales, increase conversion, is special deals or offers. It's not mandatory, but helpful. If you will see, a lot of listings have quantity offers. If people buy 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Sometimes deals, buy one, get the second one for 5% off, etc. All these little things will help you increase conversion rate. And sometimes it's enough to increase conversion rate only in 3%, 5% to help boost the whole store, okay? Now, as I say, your goal is to increase conversion rate. More sales will be equal to more traffic later. This is something you also have to understand. Price performance, important, but not everything. Our seller performance, such as feedback score and fast shipping, can help us to increase conversions as well. So it's like an endless cycle where we're trying to win traffic that will bring us sale, increase conversion rate, and increase more sales. But the more sales we generate, the more it will affect the ranking of our products. Because eventually, and this is super important you guys understand, eBay want to make sure their customers are satisfied. And policies, it's great, price is great, but there is nothing better that proof that you already generate sales and completed this cycle. Someone bought from you, you ship the product, the customer received the product and is happy with the product. So the more sales you generate, the more trust you will build with eBay and your customers, and the more trust you will build, the more ranking, the higher the ranking you will get to the new listings you will list to your store. What I'm going to do now, we're going to move to the most interesting part of this session. I'm going to close the PowerPoint. We're going to move to share screen, to ZIK Analytics, to eBay, and we're going to look into real listings and see how do we use ZIK to identify how many people competing with the product, and how we look into the eBay listings to actually see where we can be better than our competitor. So I've prepared ZIK Analytics. I found one eBay seller, eBay dropshipper actually, and what we're going to do, we're going to look into his products. We're going to see and try to take all what we discussed in the presentation. It was 14 minutes, all what we discussed into the presentation, and put it into a real example. Now, I just want to clarify something. When you do product research, all these decisions need to be very quick. Mainly if you're a dropshipper, you shouldn't spend too much time, because eventually it's also about how many listings you list to your store. Some of you even work with bulk and they need to take this decision on a large scale. So I just wanted to go through the presentation slowly, explain every step, so you will have the knowledge and the logic on how to win the competition on eBay. But now what I'm trying to do is to show you how I do it through a flow, okay? I found a competitor or a niche. It doesn't matter. It can be competitor, it can be niche. I found a product on what I quickly look to decide if I can actually list the product, if the competition is low enough or not. So we're inside the seller here. It's just a beginner with 14 sales and 14 active listings and 61 sales. Let's scroll down directly to the products. Let's go and hit the point. So we can see that you have different products here. The first product here, this one, this Uber lighting, have 30 sales in the last 30 days in lifetime. It sells for $10 and it has 20 competitors. Now, it has a lot of demand. 30 sales, it's a lot of demand, but 20 competitors, it's also a lot. Now, if we want to check out in depth the competition in depth, we can hit here the scan title button. It will automatically show us all the 20 competitors and the statistics. So we can see out of 20 competitors, there are 63 sales, which is great. It's actually putting us in 315% sell-through rate and 45% success rate. What it means? The sell-through rate here is predicting the demand level. That means that overall, on every active listings, there are approximately 3 potential buyers. Demand is good, but we focus today on competition, right? 45% of these 25 listings sold at least one. So success rate is also good. That put us that even though there are 20 competitors, almost half of them sold at least one product, right? So overall, even though there are 20 competitors, this product is not too competitive because half of them managed to at least sell one. When we scroll down to the result, we can see the sellers, we can see the feedback of the sellers, which is also a criteria we need to consider in competition, how many sales they generate. You can see the product, the titles, the sales in the last 30 days, every seller made, and lifetime, and also the selling price. So after we validated the demand and competition, focused on competition in this video, and we understand that, yeah, this product have 20 competitors, but however, it's still a very good statistics, we can now go and look, okay, we understand demand is good enough, competition is 20, but overall in terms of statistics and analytics is still good because half of the 20 listings sold at least one product. Now, what we can do to win all of them on the page of the search result. Now, there are 20 listings, so actually to get to the page of the search results is not going to be too complicated because there are room for at least 100 listings on the top of the search result. And if there are 20, means we will probably be there if we're going to list this product with the right title. But what we can do in order to be on the top, to make sure eBay drive the traffic to us, let us appear in the first 3 or 5, for example. So first of all, we can see the average selling price is $11, right? This is the average selling price. We can also see that the sellers here don't have too much feedbacks. The first one with 65, 18, 328, 10, 63, 61. So the competition, the sellers we're competing with are all new. And this is another thing we can consider, right? Now, if you would come here and you say, oh, 20 competitors, but all the top sellers are 50,000 feedbacks, 100,000 feedbacks, and you have only one feedback, it makes competition much harder, right? However, we said price is one of the most important things. So what we're going to do is we're going to see, we have to go to the supplier and check if we can actually sell it for a lower price. So for instance, for AliExpress, in this case, we will check how much we can buy this product on AliExpress. Give it some seconds till it's load. See if we can find it here. Here is the Uber one. We can see that on AliExpress is selling for $3.59 and the guy's selling for $11.99. So it gives us some room, right? They make around $6 profit. Let's say they have some extra spend. It makes them put them in $4.50 profit. We still have a little bit of room to decrease the price. So this puts us in an advantage. Can we be cheaper than this guy, cheaper than this guy, cheaper than this guy? Can we be lower than the average? If we can be, it's already one advantage. One checklist to our validation checklist, right? Next thing I will do is I will open the top 3 or top 4 to just see who I'm competing with. So the first guy here, using economy shipping, I'm going to look into the title, see if I can build a better title, look into the picture, see if I can make a better picture, look into the item specific, see, oh, this guy have very clean item specific. This guy here, let's look on his item specific, a little bit more rich. This guy here, a little bit, also very, not too much information on the item specific. So this gives us an advantage to also make a better item specific, right? So we can try to have a better title, even though since they already maximize the title, but we can try to tweak it a little bit, have a better price. If they also use variations, we would also use variations to make sure we're better than them, or at least the same as them. And we look on the description to see what they put in the description. And this guy put only title, so I can definitely make also description better. And the last things we're going to check is the shipping location and payment, is the shipping policy and payment. And this guy use economy shipping, USPC parcel to the United States. This is what he say he's doing, and 10 days handling time and 30 days return. So we can use 60 days return. We can have better handling time. And in terms of shipping, I don't think it's actually the right shipping to use if you sell from China. But let's check our competitors in this case. Yes, standard shipping from Greater China worldwide. We're talking here we're talking about economy shipping from Greater China and worldwide is good. 3 days handling time, 60. This guy is maximizing here these things, as you can see. He have a good title. He choose this one as the first picture. And let's look, his description is a little bit better, but item specific really low. So these are the criteria you're going through. So let's go through the flow again. You found the product through competitor research, niche research, whatever it is, product research. Yeah, let's say this is the product. You check the competition. Now, usually 20 competitors, I will not even check, but because this product have 30 sales, I decided to actually check it. And after I check it, I realized, wow, you know what? Statistics are great, even though there are only 30 competitors. There are still 20 competitors, and etc. Now you will check the competition here, the sales here, and you will go forward. The second product you can see here have 24 sales and only 2 competitors, which is amazing, right? So what I'll do, I'll hit the same button again, and then look, I'll dive into this and I'll see, okay, what's happening here? 2 products, 2 competitors, 25 sales, great, everyone's successful. This guy sold 1, this guy is 24, and this is a Chinese seller, not even drop shipper, who's selling it for $13.52, and this guy is a drop shipper selling it for $6.50. This is a great example on how this guy managed to compete, to win the competition, because this guy is selling much more expensive, and this is why this guy managed to sell so much, even though we have only 18 feedbacks compared to 2,500 feedbacks. All right, so you can see that there will always be a reason for why products are selling, and big effect on it is the competition. But I want to say one more thing before I finish. It's super important, and this thing is, competition is only one aspect, but we're also considering demand, and we always need to be flexible to be able to move our decision making about competition and demand, because you know, sometimes you'll see products like this product with 30 sales and 20 competitors, but because it has such a high demand, it's worth checking it. If it was 10 sales, 20 competitors, I probably wouldn't check it. Okay, and on the other hand, sometimes you will see, oh, products have only 5 sales or 4 sales, but only 1 competitor. So it's worth checking because there is only 1 competitor. I can still share some market share with this competitor, right? So you need to be able to be flexible to do it. Now, I showed you now a detailed step-by-step how to actually use all the features in ZIK to validate competition, and how to look into the listings to validate competition. But if you work bulk-wise, you will need to be, you will not be able to do this step of scanning every product and looking into these statistics. However, we have advanced features such as the autopilot that allow you to choose these criteria, click on a button, and you get the result. We have a great video about the autopilot. You can find link in the description below. But you will still need to be more broad when you list bulks, or when you want to list bunch of products. You don't want to do the one-by-one walk, and you will need to set yourself criteria. And sometimes you may miss some products, but overall you need to make sure you list low competition, high demand products. Guys, it was a pleasure for me to be here today. I hope you find this training session valuable. You learn new things. Remember, we always have to understand why we do what we do. Not just walk a copy-paste way. This little understanding, little advance on your competitor will make you better, will make you successful on eBay. So again, if you find this session valuable, smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.